Hello everyone, I'm back with a new type of content for all of you that I think you're gonna enjoy. So, I play a lot of video games in my free time, and what I love doing is to platinum all the games that I can, to explore them in all of their aspects. Today, I present to you my first road to platinum here on the channel, the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Road to Platinum. Let me tell you, it was an insane one. In this video, I'm going to explore how it was to platinum this amazing game and give to you some tips on how to do it yourself. Before diving into the content, I'd like to thank everyone who supported the channel until now, even in this period that I didn't upload content for some time. And if you want to continue to support it, remember to subscribe, hit the notifications, write a comment if you have anything to say, and like the video if you enjoyed it. Lastly, I have to tell you that the video will be as much spoiler free as it can be, but at certain points that I will highlight to you, there will be a bit of spoilers for some of the tips that I have. Now, without further ado, let's start this journey. Before starting the story, I need to add that to obtain the platinum, you will have to complete the game on hard difficulty, but this will be unlocked after completing your first run, so it will be mandatory to make 2 playthroughs. As for the difficulty of the first playthrough, you can choose whatever you want, but I suggest you choose normal to be more prepared for the hard run or the Chadley challenges, because yes, they are back and harder than ever. The first chapter is focused on Cloud reminiscing to the party his memories to the event that changed everything for both him and Tifa, the Nibelheim incident. During this part of the game, you're going to earn some unmissable trophies that consist in getting to know the base mechanics of the game, such as win a battle, stagger an enemy, use the newly introduced synergy skills and abilities, use a limit break, and so on. With this first chapter, you can just enjoy the game, as there are no particular tips I can give. With chapter 2, you get introduced to the new card minigame, Queen's Blood, in which you will have to become the best player by defeating people from all over the world. After that, you will have the chance to explore the city of Calm and face your first 3 opponents in Queen's Blood, which will award you with a trophy. You will then exit Calm and start your journey to the unknown with the exploration of the Grasslands, the game's first open world area. Here you will get used to all the activities and odd jobs that you will encounter in the various open world areas of the game, and earn the first trophies linked to those activities. An important thing to do is to assign the assessed materia to Cloud and analyze as many enemies as you can on every region you visit to unlock the regional challenges of Chadley. A general advice I can give you is to make all the activities in a zone you are exploring before advancing with the main story, in order to level up your party and the materia you have equipped. Even though you are free to leave all the activities open until chapter 13, where you can still travel through the world. Remember to equip every materia slot available, even for party members you don't actively use in battle, because they level up too. Last but not least, you will start earning new weapons in this chapter, so since you will need to learn all weapon abilities, I suggest as soon as you obtain a new weapon, to equip it and unlock the linked ability. Look for the proficiency bonus to get the ability faster. You will find weapons in these crates, so remember to check your surroundings before advancing, or use a guide to keep track of the location of every weapon in the game. When you're done exploring the Grasslands, you can move on, and after a tough boss fight, you will reach chapter 3. The third chapter of the game is pretty linear, similar to most of the chapters of Remake. So you just need to remember to check for the weapon crates and be careful for a couple of boss fights that await you. With the trophy of chapter 3, we're ready to move on to the new open world area, Juna. Once you are in Junan, you're free, as you did in the grasslands, to fully explore the area and complete all the activities and odd jobs and earn some trophies, or continue with the main story.
What the hell is going on here?
If you did the first proto-relic in the grasslands, you should have noticed that it works like an odd job, but the one in Junan is focused on the Fort Condor minigame that you should be familiar with if you have played the Intermission DLC in Remake. The formation I found myself the most comfortable with that I can recommend was the one with Cloud and Barret and the balanced set of pawns, but don't worry, the game will offer a tutorial the first time you play this minigame. When you will finish all 4 Fort Condor battles and earn the trophy related, you will notice that a new objective will appear that asks you to play all Fort Condor stages on hard mode. This will be present for all the minigames, and you will have to do all of them to obtain all the treasure trove items for Johnny, which I will introduce to you later. But you can do all of them whenever you want. For example, I've made all hard mode minigames during chapter 12, but you can use chapter selection when you finish the story to start in chapter 13, when you can still travel to all the locations and complete all the minigames you have left. After advancing with the story, you will find yourself in Junon to infiltrate the Shinra parade with Aerith and Tifa. When you're given the objective, you will need to find all 10 7th Infantry units in order to earn the 7th Assembled trophy. Here are the locations of all of them.
Damn, look at the size of that thing.
Get your shit together. Parade's about to begin. Everyone, follow me.
Yes, sir!
All right. Everybody ready?
Not yet!
Break time's over, people. The parade's about to begin. Follow me.
Yes, sir!
Parade's gonna be broadcast live in Midgard.
So we gotta show up and show out. Give the folks back home something to believe in.
The guidebook
right?
recommended coming here, but it's way out of...
Get your shit together. Parade's about to begin. Everyone, follow me.
Yes, sir!
Press it hard, like, bam!
They've got everything. Shame I can't take this break.
Break time's over. Outside. Now.
Right away, sir!
The inauguration? Guys, look. Very fishy.
What are you waiting for? Unless... Are you 3 mopheads?
Wait! He's our new captain. He didn't know. Sir, this place is for the clean-shaven. You need to prove that you belong or leave.
R&R's over, people. 7. Outside.
Sir! Right away, sir!
In and day out, drilling every little detail.
Excuse me, but we're in the middle of an interview.
Break time's over, people. The parade's about to begin. Follow me.
Sir!
Gotta go out there and
Not now, buddy. We're busy. Oh, Captain, I didn't realize. Sorry, sir.
Practice is over. Time for the real deal. With me.
Yes, sir!
everybody just loves Rufus.
Captain! The parade today. You'll lead.
Grenadier's Rameau's pretty tight, too.
Captain!
Sir, permission to ask a question. What formations do you intend to utilize for our performance?
That depends on the readiness of my men. But you can rest assured that your captain has everything under control. Is that clear? Now, out!
Sir! Yes, sir!
Aerodrome earlier today. So yeah, once the parade's over, I'll be officially joining the counter-terrorism unit. Can we help you? We're kind of in the middle of something.
Check the helmet.
Oh, Captain! I didn't... I'm sorry, sir!
Break time's over. Outside. Now.
Yes, sir!
Check it out!
Welcome. Thanks for stopping by.
It's fine.
R&R's over, people. 7th. Outside.
Yes,
When you recruited all of the units, you are ready to hit the parade. But now I will show you how to earn the President's Commendation with the Stealing the Show trophy. First, you will need to set up your unit's formation like this, to have all 3-star difficulty formation. Then you will have to complete the minigame that you practiced earlier. You should be fine for the trophy with a combo of at least 12 per formation, but you can restart the performance at any time if you are unsure if you have done well enough.
The prize for outstanding performance goes to... Midgar's 7th Infantry!
After that, you can advance with the story, face an old nemesis, and go on to chapter 5. The party now is on the Shinra 8 ferry, waiting to reach their next destination. This chapter is linear like the third, but you have to look out for the Card Royalty Trophy. For this trophy, you will have to compete in the Queen's Blood tournament, taken in the Shinra 8, and defeat all the opponents that you challenge. The tournament will consist of 5 rounds, in which you can decide to just face a person or more. When you win a match, report to the receptionist, and you will advance to the next round. The last 2 opponents will be mandatory, and if you defeat them all, you will have to face a special opponent. After defeating your final adversary, you will earn your trophy. The rest of the chapter is pretty straightforward, so enjoy the story and always check for new weapons. It's time for some fun in the sun, as the party reaches Costa del Sol. In this chapter you will just need to focus on the story, as all the minigames in Costa del Sol that you will encounter are related to the main story, except for the Wheeling Mastery. Try to obtain the best rank in all minigames, and after saving the day, you will head toward Mount Corel with a new party member.
Round to save your butts.
You can come with.
I knew you'd say that. Well, seeing as you're so desperate, I guess I'll oblige you.
Before reaching Mount Corel, you can explore the area outside of Costa del Sol and do all the activities and odd jobs available. An important odd job is the Saga of the Seaside Inn, in which you will help Johnny to start building his 7-star hotel. By completing his quest, you will have access to the treasure trove, where all your greatest accolades will be displayed. You'll need to get all the treasure trove items to obtain the 7-star hotel trophy, but it will be one of the last, if not the last trophy you're going to earn in the game, since there's a lot of stuff you can't do until later chapters or after completing the story. After exploring the area, you can move on with the story, and we will get to know the past of Barrett with chapter 8. Chapter 8 is pretty straightforward and you can finally get to experience the Gold Saucer. Do all the minigames that you can, have fun and be ready to move on with the story. Upon reaching Chapter 9, you will have the opportunity to explore the zone outside of the Gold Saucer. As always, do all the activities and odd jobs, but this time you won't be able to complete the area, since the last two proto-relic objectives will be locked until a certain point in Chapter 12. Then you can continue with the main story and reach the next region, Gongaga. In this area, I suggest completing the events of the story first and then explore the region, since some of the areas can't be explored before advancing with the story. Something I want to point out is how to reach the west side of the region, since some people, including myself, had some trouble understanding the path, so here's what you have to do. After completing the area of Gongaga, head to the airstrip to reach the next stop. When you arrive at Cosmo Canyon, you can explore the region like the others and do all the side content. The proto-relic in this area will be focused on the minigame Gears and Gambits, and as for Fort Condor, you will have a tutorial that will explain to you how to play it. As for the rest of the chapter, there is nothing to be noted, so it's time to reach the next destination.
Nibelheim. Nibelheim, ain't that?
Where Tifa and I grew up.
In the Nibel region, if you have done everything in the previous areas, you are going to earn a couple of trophies. The Piano Virtuoso, which is to execute every piano song with at least an A rank, and the Moogle Lover Trophy for bringing back in business all the Moogle Emporiums, thus earning the maximum merchant rank. Another thing to look out for is the Esoterics of the Elder's Odd Job, when you will need to find the Choco Grass scattered throughout the Nibel region. You will need to find at least 45 of them to earn a weapon of Cait Sith at the tech shop in Chocobo Sage's Manor. I found 45 of them while normally exploring all the region, since they are pretty hard to miss, but if you want to have an easier time, feel free to use a guide. When you have finished exploring, go on with the story and get ready, because we are closing in to the final stretch of the first run. Now that you are in Chapter 12, if you have done all of the odd jobs up until this point, you should make the last ones available and earn the My Job Here Is Done trophy for having completed all of the odd jobs. Personally, before moving on with the main story, I've used this chapter to complete all the minigames, especially the ones on hard mode, to earn even more treasure trove items and earn minigame trophies like Hall of Famer, which requires you to win all Chocobo races, and Polygonal Prizefighter for defeating Sephiroth in 3D Brawler. For the 3D Brawler minigame, since in some fights it's pretty tough to predict the attacks of the opponent, you can use this trick to make it easier. Just pause the game when your enemy is about to strike, and you can predict more easily in which direction you have to move to avoid the attack. You can use this chapter to do all the available challenges of Chadley, the Musclehead Coliseum and the Beast Battleground, but remember that more challenges will be available after completing the story, so it's up to you to decide when to complete them. Most importantly, in this chapter, you will experience a special performance of Loveless, and you will have to complete the minigame tied to it, with at least an S rank to earn a trophy. I won't show it to you to not get spoiled of anything, but the first 3 inputs are currently bugged, since it will always give you a good instead of a great, but don't worry, it's a pretty easy minigame, so you should have no problem earning this trophy. Let me know with a comment down below who showed up to you for the date. In the later stages of Chapter 12, you'll be able to finish the last 2 challenges of the Corel Proto-Relic, and if you have obtained all of the other Proto-Relics and all the summon materia in Chadley's Battle Simulator, you will gain access to Gilgamesh Island. Given that all the battles you will face there will require you to be at least level 65, and you're not going to be higher than level 50 on your first run, I suggest to leave that activity after finishing the story, since you're going to use a method, with Chapter Select, to easily level up to level 70, which I will show you later. Now you can just enjoy the last 2 chapters of the game and be ready for the final part of our road to Platinum. Before I tell you what you should do next, I need to say that this method to reach level 70 contains some spoilers about Chapter 13, so I suggest you to finish the story first and then come back to see this tip. First, I'd like to shout out to Primal Liquid for discovering this method, and if you need tips to level up materia, earn guild and more, you need to check out his channel. So what you need to do is to load in Chapter 13 and choose easy difficulty to kill the enemies really fast. Advance with the story until you reach the Temple of the Ancients. Then prepare Cloud with a Magnify and Fire materia and a First Strike materia leveled up to the max. Add an ATB boost materia if you want to start the fight with 2 full ATB bars. Then proceed until you reach this zone of the temple, where some Shinra soldiers are in patrol. Now what you need to do is to start the fight and build your ATB until you have 2 bars full, and then strike with Fireга the first enemy you have in front. You will notice that you will insta-kill 3 enemies and only 1 will be left. But don't kill the last enemy, because you need him to restart the fight. Otherwise, you will reach a checkpoint that will block you from repeating this battle. After killing the 3 enemies, just press start and retry battle. The XP you have earned will still be awarded, and you will start to level up pretty fast. The AP for the materia, however, won't be awarded, so if you want to level up materia, you will have to find another method. And that's it. Just continue until you reach level 70 with every party member to be ready for the Chadley challenges. Now that you are level 70 with everyone, you can hit Gilgamesh Island to defeat Gilgamesh. Before dealing with Gilgamesh, you will have to face 3 challenges that in some way will prepare you for the brutal and legendary Chadley challenges. After defeating these 4 challenges, you are ready to face Gilgamesh. If you want, you can make a save before facing him, in order to practice this fight, because he will be one of the 5 bosses in the hardest challenge of the game. If you manage to defeat him, you will get the Bladesman of Legend trophy. And if you have completely explored all the regions in the game and bought all the related materia that Chadley sells you, now you'll be able to buy the last ones and earn the Materia Completionist trophy. So, if you have followed up my road to platinum up until this point, you will have just few unearned trophies remaining. But trust me, especially the one related to Chadley challenges will be a real pain. But before getting to that, I suggest you first complete all the challenges in the Beast Battleground to earn a treasure trove item, and in the Musclehead Coliseum to earn both a trove item and a trophy. Now you can earn the well-rounded trophy for gaining all the weapon abilities. But one thing I need to point out, since the description is a bit misleading, is that you not only need to unlock every ability on the newly obtained weapons, but also every synergy ability, skill, and every ability like this in the folio for every party member. The next step is to do the brutal challenges of Chadley Battle Simulator, and this is the build I've used. You can either do the challenges first, like I did, specifically to get the Götterdämmerung, I hope I got it right, to always have a party member with a limit break ready at the start of every fight, which will make your hard mode run easier, or do the hard run first, to level up even more the folios of every party member, making the challenges a bit easier. The choice is up to you. The main strategy with this build is to use the limit siphon ability with Tifa when Cloud and Barret have their limits full, since both will load them faster, and then, when you're ready, use the third limit of Tifa, Meteor Strikes, to deal massive damage and stagger on the enemy. When the opponent is staggered, use Tifa to build up the stagger percentage as much as you can, to deal massive amounts of damage. In contrast to Remake, in this game there are lots of builds that you can use to defeat these challenges, so feel free to use every party member that you are the most confident with. And most of all, be ready for the brutal challenge Rulers of the Outer Worlds, and the legendary one Bonds of Friendship. Those two challenges will make you sweat, and a lot. But don't worry, with perseverance and patience you will conquer them. A life-saving tip for the Rulers of the Outer Worlds Brutal Challenge when you reach Virtual Sephiroth is to use Magnify Barrier with Barret, because if Sephiroth hits all of your party members with shadowy chains and then executes Octa Slash, you're pretty much done. As for the two-person legendary challenges, use the same build that I showed you on Cloud, but remember to switch a material of your choosing with a revival one. If you manage to complete all the challenges, you can now celebrate, since you have earned the virtually renowned trophy.
No time to celebrate.
Now, before doing the hard one, you just need to return to Johnny to earn the 7-star hotel trophy.
Thank you so much, bro, for everything! Thank you so much, bro, for everything!
Thank you so much, bro, for everything.
Now, the last thing remaining is to complete the chapters of the story on hard difficulty, before obtaining the coveted platinum. Personally, I've kept the same build that I used for the Rulers of the Outer Worlds challenge, plus the Götterdämmerung on Cloud, but as always, you can decide whichever build you want. By doing first the challenges, the hard mode should be pretty straightforward. Just pay attention to some boss fights, and be careful when you're about to reach the end to have all party members' materia assigned, because you will use all of them in the last series of battles. And after finally completing again the story, here's your hard-earned platinum trophy. With the hour counter having reached almost 150 hours, this is the end of this incredible game and this road to platinum. If you have reached this point of the video, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the content, or that I helped you earn the platinum trophy yourself. Let me know with a comment down below what were your favorite moments of the game, or if you have anything you didn't enjoy. I just wish that you had an amazing experience like me by playing this game, for the most part. Thanks again, Chadley. Remember to hit the like button if you want me to continue this series, and subscribe to support the channel. Thanks again, and see you to the next one.